Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're attacking Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Rivière-des-Montagnes, and make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps with the channel a lot. Appreciate all the support on the channel, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and happy Thursday. I hope you're having a great day so far, and you're looking forward to the weekend. So we're back in Caulfield Ore Products, and we are waiting to hit to level 2, which we're probably at already, to be honest, as I'm kind of just in this little cool scene shot, I guess, of the ore industry. And I think we got it right now because the game just froze a bit. Yep, there we go. So we got a little bit more in this level up. So we got the workers barracks, the steel plant, the glass manufacturing plant, the ore storage, and the small ore mine underground. So in today's episode, we are going to try to level this up by adding in these upgraded buildings, and then we're going to start maybe a small town over this way. Kind of add some job support for the area, and we definitely need to add in a small town over here because it's just too prime of location not to. And then maybe in the future we can expand it over into this cool lake as well. So before this episode I was just thinking about what we're going to try to do, and maybe perhaps maybe whoa, there we go. So here's the ore industry. We were talking last time about how we're going to get a train line over on this side of the river, because if you see the map, on the left side of the river, there are train lines, but on the right side, there are 0 train lines. So we need to figure out a way to get train lines over here. So I was thinking about in the future, maybe figuring out a way to get a rail line in, but it's going to be a pretty massive project that I think we're going to have to do 2 connection points for. So I'm going to save that for a little bit. So hopefully the ore industry traffic isn't crazy. But yeah, so let's get started with the ore industry. And I was also looking at the steel plant. It does have a pretty big pollution bubble, but nothing unmanageable, because I was thinking it'd be really cool to have like somewhere over here by the river close to the downtown, and maybe it was like the city's original industry, right? So it'd be a cool thing to have like right in the downtown of the industrial area too. So we'll see what happens with that. And perhaps if we have time in today's episode, we will look at filling in a bit of the river over here and changing up some of our industrial area as well. So let's hop into it, guys. Let's start with this ore industry. Oh, here it is. And we got the ore storage. So this capacity is 400,000. The sand storage is 300,000. So it's not a crazy big difference. We could simply just do that. We're probably going to cut into the mountain a bit. It's probably not the worst idea in the world to do that. And I think we're going to... they look the same too. Darn. That's okay. Where is the water pipe? Oh, it's over here. Bring it down the road here. And let's look at shading in... Oh, not water. Shading in some of this area with gravel, and then removing these trees. Okay, so we have our storage over here, and that's great. And then we need to look at getting some of the other items in that we unlocked. So one of them that we unlocked was the workers barracks. So that is going to be very useful because it helps with worker efficiency. That's the term. So I think this might be a good spot for it. Let's just try to tweak this area ever so slightly. Perfect. Alright, so they're in a prime location, and they're beside the main building as well. So I think if we even just move it over a bit. There we go. Yeah, that's probably good. So that's going to help with the efficiency of the area as well. And it also looks nice, especially beside the main building as well. Alright, so we got that in place. We can always add way more than just that, but we also got the glass manufacturing plant. Now this is something that I was thinking about as well. I think maybe we can get the main production over down in here or something. It might be, or over here, kind of switch it up. So maybe we have some production over here, but we have like the main production out in this little area, which would definitely help split things up and make it look a bit more realistic as well. But we also got the small ore mine. So this is also fantastic to use, and this is great to use on a hill as well. So I think we're at the prime location here to do this. So let's just add in, let's say 2. And then whenever you're building these into the hills, what I've learned is it's best to just level it out a bit and then come back with the smoothing tool. Oop. Come back with the smoothing tool just to kind of fill it in a bit nicer. Oops. There we go. And then this sloping tool actually works pretty good too. Oh darn, I recreated the square that I was trying to avoid. Alright, very nice, very nice. So now this looks a bit more like the staging area, these sand pits that we were talking about before, how it kind of looks like a staging area. Kind of looks a bit more realistic now, doesn't it? So let's just extend this gravel out a bit. And let's also remove these trees as well off of the gravel. Alright, very nice. So we've increased our production, that's for sure. And let's see what we need to get to. So we need to get to 350 jobs. We only have 249, and it's just a matter of time before we hit the resources. So let's look at extending out and creating a bit of our glass production over here. So let's, first of all, before I actually move the district, let's take a look at the topography. Yeah, so it is a bit of a hill, like it dips into like a little crevice there, so maybe that's not the best spot, but definitely over here would not be a bad idea, in this little forest over here, and it would help spread things out a bit as well. So why don't we look at doing that over here? So let's take our deforest tool and let's take out these trees right in here. Alright, so let's grab this road right here, and we are going to throw that in so it has some dedicated turning lanes. And I think we're also going to have to tweak this road as well. So I think this will probably be fine. We should probably go to a 4-lane one though, to be honest. Just thinking about the production of this area. But that's a bit crazy. Let's just go to 3. Alright, let's fix this node out momentarily. So we're gonna zoom in here, say no crosswalks. You can go through, perfect. And then if we're being fancy, we can go to the lane marking tool area, go to fillers, Control Shift F. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Select that. Fillers. Yeah, Control Shift F. There we go. And just right in here, you do that, and then if you're on a winter map, if you go to grass, it just fills it right in. Fantastic, eh? So we can do a bit more detailing on that in a bit, but let's get these lane arrows proper. Yeah, look at that. That's great. Okay, so we needed that extra lane because we're making a 4-way intersection here, and that can get a bit hectic. Alright, so let's smooth out this area because this is going to be an industrial zone. So if it was to be an industrial zone, it would 100% be leveled out. So this is a bit steeper than I actually thought it was. Whoa. So we're gonna cut into this mountain over here, and this is going to be the glass production area. We'll come back in a bit to smooth this out. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, so that's gonna work. And we are going to probably make this a bit of a grid. So let's just extend this road out a bit more. So we're gonna grab that move it and hold Alt down. Bring it out to about here. Then we're gonna go into two directions. So we're gonna swing off over here, and then we're gonna continue straight as well. And this is making me rethink what we were just doing. I'm actually going to upgrade this road to a 4-lane road. So we have a dedicated turning lane over here. All right, so we can continue this one out over this way. Just bring it out to about here, maybe. And oh, okay, we're gonna have to redo this road. Perfect. And then we're going to put a fence we're gonna first of all turn off guidelines because that can get annoying, and we're going to build a fence right along here because this fence should remove the zoning. Good little trick for if you're playing vanilla as well. Plus, you know, fences are in the game and they look pretty nice. So they're a good way to limit zoning. I know that there's a new mod, the zoning tool mod or something like that. It's also very useful. I've seen people use it before. But I just like doing it the old-fashioned way. Okay, so now that we have that zoning all fixed out, we can look at extending out our district. So we've already extended it out over here, so that's pretty easy. Let's just make it this little quadrant right in here, and this is still Caulfield ore. So this is a pretty big industry area, isn't it? Okay, so let's get the glass manufacturing out over here. So this is a pretty big building. I thought it was a different shape, but that's fine. I'm actually going to redo this road for the second time because it's a quick and easy way to fix the zoning on the road. Okay, so now we can add in a bit of things over there, and unfortunately this fence didn't remove the zoning on this right here, but that's fine. We don't even really need it. All right, let's grab this, and I think, see, I want it a bit farther in. Let's just pull it over a bit more. And I noticed right here that it started doing a bit of land, so that means I'm at the edge of our little zone that we've created. There we go. And yeah, there's a bit of work we need to do, so I'm gonna select both of those, including that, and I'm gonna say just get it to that height. And it didn't do exactly what I was hoping for, so let's just smooth out the terrain a bit. There we go. All right, so let's get some water in this little area. Put it down there and then over here, and that should be enough. We're also going to need a warehouse for glass, so we're going to use this one. And you know, this is a great spot for it. I know we just fixed the zoning over there, but let's just see what this is like. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we can also get a bit of industry, so let's just make sure that we're not in a different district. Let's go with district here, and we will make this Caulfield glass productions. So with this industry, we can make it an ore specialization. Nice. And let's make this glass. And we can add in better zoning. So I think I actually really want to fix this fence then. Okay, come on. just tweak this road a bit, see if that fixed the zoning. It didn't, so let's move the fence. So it's a bit frustrating that this happened. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now I want ore industry over here. And we'll see what that comes. And one trick if you're doing this kind of thing with specialization is make sure you don't overzone, because there is a limit to the demand required. Okay, so we said before that we're going to add in a larger warehouse for metal. So that's what we're going to plop down right here. Perfect. So these are overlapping ever so slightly. So let's just pull them over like that. Okay, so this is going to be metal. And unbalanced. Okay, perfect. So this is gonna be like a bit of a staging area for any metal output into the city, because the reason why we have this one at fill is this is going to be like our backup, and they're going to keep this one filled at all times, and they're going to pull it out when needed. So if this one ever runs out, which I hope it doesn't, this one will be the backup, but we didn't need it to be that large. Okay, so we have a possibility of 380 workers. We're almost there. Plus, we're just about to hit our next level. So I wouldn't be surprised if we hit level 3 very, very quickly. But one thing we can do to help at least is to get a bus line to run into here. So let's say we'll create a new line here. This one's going to go right into our ore production area, and we're gonna get it to stop right outside of these ones, and then it's gonna go down into the city, probably just to connect to some of these lines. So we're gonna get it to go down over here, add a stop, and then we'll add a stop in right here, over here. And then we'll get it to do a little silly little loop here, but it'll be useful for us. So we will place it here, and we'll get a stop over here, and then it's going to swing down, and we have a bit of a backup here with our buses. So I'm not going to place the stop right there, but we're definitely going to need to have a stop right here then. And I mean, I wanted to have a stop over there, but I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, there's just a lot of buses here, but okay, we'll need to place one there. And then we'll get it to swing back up, and we'll mimic the same roads we had before, or the same path. And I guess it'll have to go back over here, and then end over this way. Okay, so now that we have that bus line in place, let's take a quick peek at it. So it's 14. Let's make this 4 bus line, and we're going to make this one green of some sort, because I know we have our other industry lines as green. And we don't need 14 buses. I think 10 might be too much, so let's just go with 9. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so we should be getting there very quickly. Yeah, we're almost there. I'll just let it run for a bit longer. Yeah, I do like this, how this turned out. Just these 2 little small buildings really add in a lot. Oh, there's 3 now. But hopefully that gets us to our next level, because I want to look at getting in our little town that we were talking about before, and we do have just enough time to look at doing this. So let's look at the terrain heights here. I think this would be a good spot to get a road connection in. So we're going to do a similar highway connection between this highway and then this highway, and then the town's going to be built around it. It's going to be very similar to how we did the other town. So we're looking at building right here, and we're going to make a bit of a bigger interchange, but really not that much bigger than before. So let's get our little median, and we will make a straight connection right like that. And then what I want to do is take these roads and go into there, and then into there. So what this has done is it's, well, let's just actually continue the road out a bit, I guess. That would help, wouldn't it? So let's grab this a 2-lane road. Perfect. So this is gonna mimic the interchange that we need to make. So let's do this. Control S doesn't work, that's fine. But this is a left turn only zone. So a car is coming this way. We need to add in a left turn lane. Forgot about that. And we don't need anything right there, that's fine. We do need a turn lane over here. So it's given a dedicated turning lane. Cars can keep going straight, and that's probably gonna be fine for merging for this instance. Alright, so let's go to this one. Control S, and then we're good. Let's go to this one. Control S. And I think we need to redo this first one, don't we? I mean, it's not necessary, but let's just do it anyways, because we want to make sure that we eliminate the possibility for cars to turn right, because the idea is that it splits up the traffic. And then over here as well, oops, dedicated turning. This one just goes straight, turns here. Perfect. Okay, so that's a pretty good intersection. Last things we can do is give this a yield, and that's gonna be fine. Make that yield, and then make that yield. And also say no crosswalks. Actually, I think they might need crosswalks here if they are going to be walking to the ore industry from the town. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. But we'll say you can go through, and we'll do the same things over here. I don't think they'll need a crosswalk, but go through, and go through. Okay, so I do need to switch this road up then, if we're going to be conscious about traffic in the area. Gosh darn. That's okay. Just redo this one again. Perfect. And then we'll have to redo this one as well. Face straight, and then this one is just... Ooh, did I miss one? I did. That's okay. Perfect. So it has a dedicated turn lane, so they can turn left, they can go straight. Awesome. So this is going to be very useful for this area. But we do need to get a pathway up into the ore industry for people walking from this, what is going to be the new town, into the forestry industry. So we're going to go from here, and we're just going to go free-formed pathway, and we're just going to do a very simple connection up like so. And let's do that. Perfect. And is prop and tree anarchy on? How the heck did it get on? Silly me, silly me. So we'll just oh, come on. Just grab the road really quickly, touch it, and it will remove the trees. Okay, so with that, now people can walk here eventually, but we don't even have the rest of the road built, so we will look at getting that in. All right, so we are just using at the moment the 4-lane road, and I think we're gonna change that to an avenue. Let's go with the grass one. Perfect. It didn't change anything else. And then we will kind of get this to meander through just like we did before. We need to get it all the way down over here. So let's just kind of respect the topography a bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do change this eventually into something else. So this is actually very steep, isn't it? Oh, this is a steep little road here. Why don't we do something a bit cool then? And we'll say, make this a bridge. Hey, look at that, we hit level 3. Alright, so let's raise this up. There we go. That's pretty cool. And then we'll come back down. Oh, come on. There we go. And we'll go to home here. And then right here, I think we're going to have to do something a bit different. And we'll have to kind of split up the traffic a bit. So I think I'm going to use the off-ramps for this. And we're going to go ground level from here. Oh, come on, ground level. And we're just going to swing up. And then we'll do the same thing for over here. But we will swing down like this. And hopefully this works. It's a bit steep, but I think with a bit of movement here, we'll be able to fix that. All right, and then right in this section here, I want to change it, or change the road to this road. All right, so I don't know if this is going to cause too many issues, but let's just fix the traffic here, and then in the next episode we will build level 3, and then we'll start off with this town as well. The level 3 ore industry, sorry, that is. All right, so let's grab this, and we'll go right to here, and we will say slope objects. Oh, I already did it. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing over here. So we'll find this, say get to this height. All right, and then from here all the way up to here. Slope objects. Yeah, that was a much steeper cut, but that is fine. Okay, so now that we have that in place, we can tweak this intersection a bit. So we will say, this is the one I was looking for. Perfect, so they'll merge. And then from here up to here, let's just bring this in on a smooth slope. All right, very nice, very nice. It's a bit funky still. I think we'll be able to fix that with a bit of work. Here it is. We'll remove these trees right in the middle here and along the cliff. All right, and then we'll come in with a bit of the smoothing tool. Smooth this out. And we'll clean that up as well. Okay, and let's fix this one as well. We've done lots of road work in the last few episodes, haven't we? All right, so let's tweak this intersection. Perfect. So, oh, this one I wanted to turn, but let's actually redo this one. So this one only turns here. This one goes straight. This one turns and goes straight. And then this comes all the way over to this one, and we'll do the same thing over here. I think that'll work. Yeah. All right, so we have a pretty massive interchange here, but I think with some work here, I can fix this up to make it look a bit nicer, maybe. We'll bring this together a bit more. But yeah, okay, so we won't worry about this. I'll fix this off camera to clean it up to make it look just a touch nicer. But I do think this is going to work for our purposes. And I do like this little bridge here too. Yeah, so the idea is that traffic will be able to come from either direction, really, and come up to this area here. It's a bit long for them to come over here and then turn, but I don't know how many cars are actually going to do that, because there's probably more efficient ways of getting up here. And then they'll come over here into this interchange, and we'll be able to go about their business to getting to their ore industry and to the town. But I hope you had a great day, everyone. Happy Thursday, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.